Hello, hello. Why is the game so quiet? Oh, it's just me. It's right. I'm in whatever space view, satellite view. They're not picking up game audio. No, it is. Okay, I guess it is just real quiet music. Sometimes music just doesn't play. Anyway, it's been a week. I believe we don't have anything on our to-do list. That's a lie. It is a very obvious lie. There's 20 things on our to-do lists. Well, not a lie. It's obviously wrong. We don't have anything new at the top of our list that we added last time because I remember these are all pretty old ones. So that means we can do whatever the heck we want today. We don't have anything that is particularly broken. We are producing an abysmally low amount of astro science though, so that should be... Oh my gosh, sorry. I have the hiccups right now. Reflex is not sitting well with me today. I don't know. Can you, what are the methods? I feel like suffocating is one of them. Honestly, all ways to like cure hiccups seem to involve some way of suffocating. So that's not ideal while streaming. I don't know if there are other options. There probably are. But anyway, we're trying to get astro science. We were trying to get astro science 2 last time. I don't really know where we're producing astro science 1. Is this working? Visible observation day. Oh, right. I think we are running low on substrates. Oh, look at that. We have thermofluid issues again. Who would have thought? We've never... Oh, wait, actually. That's, that didn't need that much sarcasm. Hey, whoops. Unnecessary level of sarcasm there. Whoop. We didn't actually have a problem. We just forgot to connect a certain pipe. But usually we do have some kind of problem there, so I wouldn't have been surprised. Okay, and then this is a nice little buffer for cold thermofluid. Excellent. I feel like these should only output if they need it, right? How would I do that? Um, How would I do that actually? Because yeah, we should only cool stuff if we need it. I think that's a given. Is this our only hypercooler though? This could cause problems. Actually, these are legally distinct. I don't know. I don't know if every tier of cooling actually needs its own set of logic. You know what? That's silly. It definitely does. No, that's like guaranteed. They need their own set of logic. So we cut this, then we go around. There we go. So now, is this where I want the pipe? That's not the one I want the logic on. I want the logic on the input, though that's kind of annoying, but we can fix it. We can take this, we can put it here. There we go. Now we can output from this fairly easily. Okay, yeah, we put the logic in the wrong spot. It's not great. I think I need more water. I mean, they say like taking a huge gulp of water fixes it, but honestly, since I think it's related to reflex, I don't know if I don't know if just not breathing for a little bit will actually fix anything. Let's say, what is this? Super? No, this isn't super cool, right? This is just cold thermofluid. Less than... between all of them, let's do 20k. There we go. Okay, so now they'll stop infinitely producing cooled stuff. Because I imagine this has some kind of logic on it, right? Although I don't actually see one, so maybe this didn't need a limit. I don't know. That seems wrong. I guess it should self-regulate. Well, I'm sure we'll be fine. This one definitely doesn't produce enough by itself, so I think we'll be okay. Considering this one was never really holding up. Ideally, I would like this one on Logic 2, but it's it's a lost cause. No, it's not. We can probably fix it. Let's see. We could give it its own personal tank. That could work. There we go. And then we give a pump of some form. And there we go. And then we get the logic. And oh my gosh, they won't stop. Ew, okay. Is that better? Probably not. Well, no. I don't know what I expected. Okay, this says it's... Wait. This one's super cool. There we go. Wait, are these super cooled? Oh, these are different. Oh, these are completely different ones. Oh, okay. That makes a lot more sense. Okay, what's going on there? I don't know. But yeah, I see now. Okay, so these should be... I think we do have another one of these. I want to say it's like up here. We do, and this one is set to logic. Okay. So yeah, we just forgot to put logic on the new batch. Oh, we actually have two up here. Nice. Okay, so everything's good. I don't like how these are still running, actually. Wait a minute. We have a second bet. We have a second set of them. Come on. Okay. So I don't know where the output is from this. Oh, what the? Okay, I see it. I see the vision. I see the vision and it's weird. Okay. So this goes here. This goes here. This goes there. And then this goes straight out and connects through here. And this goes up, and then I'm assuming this eventually makes it down here. Oh wait, this is super cool. That's not even the same kind. But I'm assuming this eventually comes from this spot. That would make the most sense. Because yeah, we don't want them to be too connected. But yeah, everything should be good now. They have to back up the whole pipe, and then it should stall. Awesome. Okay, I'm happy with that. Okay, so what is wrong now with these? Nothing. Actually, no, nothing's wrong with them. That's a first. This, I'm assuming, is going to work pretty slowly. I really should have gone with the whole strategy of get one of everything, because that tends to be fairly effective. Just one of every machine will honestly runs pretty darn well. What are the... Oh, these are just limited by this output. But yeah, if we look at our average, like, science production... Let's see, space, science. Actually, let's go with red. Let's go with red science. I feel like red science has been in everything. It's not called red science. You know what? Let's just type all science because they'll all show it. Okay, so we have produced an average of 6 red science per minute over the course of the entire run. So that is our like peak research speed. Let's Oh my gosh. One red science every 10 seconds. And then once we get to the space science stuff, it drops to like 4. This is only 2. These are like 1. Wow, look at this, half a bioscience per minute. Half a bioscience per minute. So yeah, we definitely could have made do with 1 of every machine. But that's okay. That's okay. We're learning. Okay, so I believe we're just short on substrates. Yeah, we're just not producing enough. Okay, so we need to expand these. That seems solid. So these are relatively well, I say they're relatively cheap, but if I want to produce a belt of them, I need a lot of iron. Like a lot of iron. Oh my gosh. Ugh. Hiccups are not fun. Why? What if I do the thing where I just like hold my nose? No, wait. Are you supposed to hold? I feel like you're supposed to take a deep breath and then just not do anything. But I feel like I don't really have a camera. That wouldn't work that well. Yeah, that one 7 out of 10. That's pretty good. That was a pretty decent one for sure. There was cards for everyone. What kind of cards? Like a credit card? Can you buy your way out of hiccups? Because that would be fantastic. Okay, this just doesn't run at all. But yeah, I see what the issue is. Okay, so we just need more iron. Honestly, these idle a lot. I think we have the iron. Oh, these cards? Is that what they're called? Yeah, we need a lot of them. Okay, I don't think we need this. Although this might be a critical power section. I'm not sure. We don't really have that many critical power points. I feel like our base is, oh gosh. You know, I haven't really looked at the power grid. That is quite the base. There is no pattern, and you can see ooh, that. Oh wait, that actually looked really cool. Especially at like this zoom level, it looks like a 3D cube. It's just 2 overlapping power grids that happen to make some electric like stuff. Yeah, we have artillery. Although I think we're having trouble running it. Let's see, where's this aiming? Probably over there, right? I feel like it's aiming at this base. Oh yeah, no, this is definitely it. This is 3D cube right there from power. Right? It really is just like a 3D cube. So that's how you get 3D that's how you get 3D graphics in Factorio. You make them out of the power plant. And come on, this game's in 2D. I guess would this game be 2.5D? I feel like it's more like 2.5D, right? Is that a legally distinct thing? It might not be. We need to use its 5D power like in Cube. Is that why the Ultra Cube has so much power? Because it's 5-dimensional. The 5th dimension is just energy. Wait, was that? I guess it could be. I don't really know. I know they say like 4th dimension. A lot of people say 4th dimension is time. I have no idea if people say anything about the 5th. But we can say it's power. And it powers nothing but cube. Also, these are backed up on fluid. Ah, because we need to connect them. Cube is like 60/90, not just 5. That is this. What? Or is this for Ultra Cube, or did you just want to say 69? Now I'm not sure if we're referencing this cube or like a specific cube. Like maybe the companion cube? Oh, the companion cube's actually pretty good. No, the companion cube is great. Oh right, Ultra Cube, that's the name. Yes. Have we produced any astro science? Oh my gosh, we have. That is not a lot. That is not a lot at all, but it's more than 0. Oh, that looks exactly like it. Yeah, we need an we need an ice cube. Gosh, it's miserable out. Not as miserable as a couple days ago, but still pretty bad. I think, what was it, like Thursday or Wednesday or Thursday was definitely the worst because we had like a storm followed by a lot of heat, and oh my god, it was just so muggy. Would not recommend. But yeah, substrates. I was trying to see if there's anything else that was limiting us before we went on this adventure. But I think we're good. I hope this can get enough glass. It should be fine. Yeah, I don't know how much we'll expand it, but it definitely will expand our substrate production. So it's a good start. It's basically free, so there's no reason for me not to do it, right? And then I think if we cram it in the gaps between this, that'll work out fine. Yeah. Yeah. That should work. Okay, let's see. Output, 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 and output. Now, because of that, we do need to force a side load at some point, which happens immediately. Cool. So we don't actually need to worry about side loading it or anything. And then I feel like we need a stack inserter, but I also feel like we don't need a stack inserter because every time we've upgraded to a stack inserter, it hasn't really done much because then we immediately become belt limited. Especially since we're just splitting this belt. Oh, whoops. Okay, and then we also need this glass belt. So that one's a little bit trickier, but we can do it. Okay, so iron is on the left side. Glass is also on the left side. Oh, that means we can just do the lazy. Well, I don't know if lazy is the right word. It kind of takes more effort to actually double check, but it's different. A different degree of laziness, I guess. There we go. And then we can give it prod 2s. There we go. Okay. Perfect. And somehow these are not powered. Cool. I can't wait for us to be limited by other stuff instead. But it's a good start. We're still waiting on 245 prod 3s. I swear we fixed this. But obviously we haven't. Although I think it used to be 270. So we definitely... While I wouldn't say it, I can't argue that it's fixed. I can say it is definitely less bad than it was, but we are not producing prod 3s. That is because we don't have vulcanite. Oh, it's because we get it in such small batches. That's why. Yeah, my understanding is the way these machines work is they give you enough for like X number of seconds of craft, or at least one craft, one of those two. I think that the larger of those numbers, or something along those lines. So when you have something like this, they're going to bring like 60 vulcanite, basically. Just enough to craft it, but not enough to have any buffer. So they summon bots, and then there's like a huge latency before more bots are stored. So if we just increase the internal buffer, I think we'll be fine. Because I think we produce enough vulcanite. Although, it's hard to say. But yeah, I think it's just a latency thing. And let's increase this to about 5 stacks. These are filling up though, so at least our pyroflex is increasing. Machines are starting to idle. Okay, things are looking up. I really need to start upgrading these to prod 4s. I feel like that would be a decent improvement in my base production too. Because what would that be? It would go from 132 to 140, so that's like 10% more free iron. Not a... It doesn't sound like a lot, but the free resources do run about a third of my base. to half my base, so it would be nice to make that a little bit better. But now that we have Astroscience 2, we can start researching stuff that needs Astroscience 2, which would be aeroframes. And then this leads to... Ooh, cheaper LDS. Wait, is that what we wanted this whole time? Is that what we've been working towards? That might have been what we were working towards. What else have we unlocked? Construction pile. I don't actually care that much about these. These don't seem that useful. They just have a wide area network, and they also extend the bot network. But honestly, I've never felt limited by bots. What is this? Wait, what is this? Space-based rocket silo for launching space probes can be used to launch satellites cheaply. Oh wait, is this for like zone discovery? Does anybody know what space probes do? What purpose do they serve? Space probe, rocket silo, space probe rocket can also be used to launch satellite. How is it cheaper? Does it just require fewer rocket parts? You need them later for tier 4 sciences. Oh, okay. That's why it doesn't seem like it does anything now. Am I also understanding right that it could replace this and use fewer rocket parts, or is that not at all what it does? Because it seems like it also lets you launch regular satellites. You never tried replacing it with those. Okay, you know what? We have editor mode. Let's use it. Let's test something real quick. Because now I'm curious. And I don't want to convert my base. Wait. There you go. Navigation, satellite. Yeah, it doesn't like going to different layers, but we can at least always go to novice. Okay, so we have this one. And then it's called a space probe rocket silo. Oh, right. It can only be built in space. Obvious. Yeah, that makes sense. Low LDS rocket control unit, solid rocket fuel. And then up here we have space probe rocket. Okay, so it uses a space probe rocket and launches a space probe rocket. But how does it get me science? So if I just spawn in a space probe rocket. Oh, how do I tell? Oh, I clicked the wrong one. Space probe is kind of like the 1,000 ingredients in a normal rocket. It unlocks a launch slot when you put a probe in. Yeah, okay, that tracks. So really, it just comes down to, can I actually get? Is it actually cheaper? Is the real question. Because it says cheaper, or it says cheap. I don't know if it actually might not say cheaper. And then let's just connect it to power real quick. So if I like put a silo and satellite in this. Oh, that's slow. Right. Forgot about that. Forgot about the crafting time. Speed module. That didn't help. Oh, it did help. It's just garbage. Okay. You can only put speed modules in it, which makes sense. Did you put a probe in it before the satellite? Yeah, I haven't put a satellite in it yet. I'm assuming you just put the satellite in as the rocket inventory. If you want to do it to get satellite stuff. That looks cool though. I like that. I like the little glass window on the front. Okay, so that gives me 50 satellite telemetry. Okay, I don't actually have a comparison. How much does this give? Or sorry, did I say 50? It gave me 100. I imagine it's the same. I definitely imagine it's the same. Then is it safe to assume this uses 100 of each? Okay, so that also gives 100. Okay, so we can launch rockets in a different way. That's neat. Don't know if it's cheaper. Because this is only 100, 100, 300, and 100. Hmm. If it is cheaper, it's like ever so slightly cheaper. So it definitely would not be worth. I, I don't know. I feel like I'm missing something. It just the way that it says can also be used to launch satellites cheaply makes me feel like it should be cheaper than it is. Because most of the high tier things like using cables and using like beryllium, anything that needs a resource from the other planet has consistently been like half to a quarter. Like actually that's a weird way to phrase it. 2 to like 8 times more efficient. This is not anywhere near that. Because the heavy girders I know are like 100 steel already. Oh, hold on. Okay. Sorry about that. Someone's at the door. Apparently, I never actually updated the canvas size for that. I realized a few weeks ago that I was double resizing the stream and like recording. So like I play at 1440, right? Because my monitor is 1440. So that part is hard to get around. The only way to do that would be to play at 1080p, which would be really bad for myself. So resizing one time is fine, but I was resizing it to from 1440 to 1080, and then I was resizing from 1080 to 720, which was really silly because like I had to resize it for the canvas and then do the exact same thing. So that just like introduced a lot more artifacts than there should be. It's like when I changed that, I got a very noticeable improvement in quality. But yeah, it was just a small oversight. Anyway, let's reload this. We got what we wanted from it. But yeah, it's a lot better now, or a little better now. It's not like it was a massive difference, but I haven't updated all of my scenes yet, so some of them are still 1080p. That's why there was like that's why there is the black void around it. But yeah, let's not worry about that. I'm pretty sure we've already consumed all of our space science, or are about to. But honestly, we can just go. By the time that we finish our next project, we should be good. Wait, what happened to that? Did it explode? Did I shoot it with a rocket? Huh. I don't see an alert. Obviously something happened to this because this was damaged. Unless maybe bots just placed a damaged thing. But no, that had like the replacement. Interesting. Very interesting. That seems weird. Hopefully it doesn't cause a problem. Do I have that many logistic bots on this? I shouldn't have enough. My logistic bots shouldn't cause damage. Unless, let's see, supply. Oh my gosh, supply. Cargo? Logistics? What was it called? Safety. Swarm safety. Oh, I thought we had another tier of swarm safety. Wait, no. No, yeah, we should have swarm safety up to like 3,000. Is there a better way to find this? No, it's not gonna be listed there. Those are all vanilla boosts. But yeah, they can fail, but they're not supposed to cause damage once you get that upgrade, unless I'm completely misreading it. Roboports. Oh yeah, no, it's not the number of roboports that I need to find. I'm curious what the swarm safety factor is. Because it should, if I have 6 of these upgrades, I'm assuming 500 each. Yeah, 500 per. So I should have a safety of 3,000. So I shouldn't be taking damage from crashes. They'll still crash, of course, but it's not supposed to deal damage at least. What is this? Radio waves. Ooh, vitalic agent. That's bioscience too. Ooh, vitalic hydrocarbon extraction. Process fuel, vitamelange, or Vegemite, the preferred name. Vitalic reagent, petroleum gas. That is a lot of stuff to make wood and coal from scratch. And crude oil. I'm assuming this isn't infinite oil. Actually, wait, it might be. Because then you could crack the coal. Wait, can this produce oil for you? From Vegemite? And I guess process fuel. I guess it's probably rough. So it's at 2,500 now since 5 levels are completed. Okay. So yeah, that's a little bit weird that it took damage, but I mean it's fine. Maybe I shot it. There's a very real possibility I shot it. Sometimes I bump that button on my keyboard, or I'm just misinterpreting the research. Also viable. I do that a lot. But yeah, space science. We canceled it. Aeroframe into beryllium. Okay, so that's all for that. Ooh, supercharger. You know, I've never felt like I needed more charging speed for my bots, but I think conceptually that's really cool. What do we need for spaceships? Aren't those a thing I can research? Spaceship. I thought... Oh. See, I thought they were space science too. Well, that's a little disappointing. I thought they were way closer. Okay, so space science 2 requires Astro Science 2 comprehensive catalog. Okay, what does that require? Comprehensive catalog. So that requires radio wave. Okay, that one's easy. Gamma wave, that one's easy. Dark matter. Do I have those being produced? I don't know if I'm producing those. So astro data plus aeroframe scatter. Plus the gravitational. Okay. And then negative. Okay. This isn't awful. No, this is pretty easy to do. It's not easy to do fast. but I can set that up fairly easily, I think, because nothing there looked particularly complicated, except for maybe aeroframe scaffolds. Those might be a lot worse than I thought. Aeroframe scaffolds need... Never mind, they are trivial. You know, there is a chance I set them up already. Because we have the sticks here. Okay, if we haven't set them up though, we have cryo real close. So yeah, let's work towards Astro 3. That seems like a fun goal. That seems doable today in very low quantities. But we're gonna do it while we don't have things like covering this side. Because a lot of times we go to expand something and we've already built a lot of stuff around it. So if we just get if we get all 4 space sciences in a row, just like real quick, they'll run terribly, but they will all exist together. That gives me a starting point for something useful, right? That's the idea, at least. We'll see if it works out. Because currently what I have been doing is just kind of YOLOing it and then realizing, you know, like right here. Let's look at Astro 1, for example. This is Astro 1. Right here. Then I realized Astro 2 and Astro 1 share very similar recipes, but it was way too late. So we had to do some spaghetti, which was fun. But we definitely needed a lot of spaghetti there. Okay, so space scaffolds, straightforward, or aeroframe scaffold, whatever it's called. Honestly, I should probably end it there. And then this can just grab from this, because I don't think there's any reason for cryo to continue through. Wow, this is it's very speckled. Okay, so I think these will eventually clear the belt. It's gonna take a while, but they will eventually clear that belt, so I think we can just work around it. Okay, and then this is producing aeroframe scaffolds, which I'm pretty sure we also need to start producing and sending down to produce more LDS. Have no idea how that's going to work out, but I imagine it'll get us more rocket parts. Let's see, where is it? Beryllium LDS. Is it called beryllium LDS? No, it's just called low density structure. Yeah, so if we can send this back down to novice, that would help a lot. So we have a couple options. We can send plastic, glass, and steel up into space, or we can send aeroframe scaffolds down below. I think we should send aeroframe scaffolds down below. Oh, this was supposed to have a... Okay, now it won't clear it. Now it won't clear itself. I accidentally removed the side load that was making it work. Anyway, as I was saying, we don't have a space elevator yet, so our options are a little bit limited, unless we want to get a... Actually, what's limiting our ability to get a space elevator? I don't actually know. I should probably figure that out, huh? Space... Oops. Space elevator. Space elevator. It is material 2. We don't have material 2 yet. Wait, what do you mean we don't have material 2? Oh, yeah, that tracks. Okay. So yeah, a space elevator would simplify a lot. It will drastically reduce the amount of rockets we have to send into space. Should be significantly cheaper because of that for any future space needs, which will save rocket parts, and then it will also let us get stuff we produce in space down to novice, like, let's see, the stuff we need for science packs and stuff. Actually, can these be produced in the assembly machine? I think so. Yeah, so like we can send Vegemite downstairs. We can send machine learning data. We could send bioscrubbers. So we could probably get up to prod 5, right? Bioscrubbers I don't think are that expensive. Coal, glass, steel, vitalic acid. Okay, vitalic acid. Not vitalic acid. It's made of biters. Actually, it kind of is. Yeah, so all of this stuff is very, very doable. We can even produce this stuff on Novice. Yeah, we need to get ourselves a space elevator. And then I should probably check to make sure we can, in fact, afford a space elevator and don't need anything weird to make it work. We'll need trains. I know we'll need trains, but we don't need a lot of trains. Let's see, space elevator cables is holmium heavy girder. Oh, it uses all of the sciences. Okay. So airframe's easy, cables are easy, girders are easy. I don't know how many I need maintenance-wise. I've heard it's pretty cheap to maintain. I'm assuming it's cheaper than launching rockets constantly. But then on the other hand, rockets are also pretty cheap, so I don't know. But yeah, probably would do a lot. I would also stop sending fluids. Hmm. I don't know. Basically it comes down to, do I want to go towards spaceships, which are fun, or do I want to do space elevators, which is also fun? Honestly, they're both kind of fun. This is eventually producing. Okay, yeah, let's just do space science. Let's just do space science. Sorry, astro science, not space science, although it's effectively the same. I think we're gonna need to do some kind of split here as well if we want to get this out of there. So let's see, astro 3. Wait, do these have a use? Ah, they can make cheaper insight. Darn. Well, that's easy enough to set up. We already have the framework here, and we can just add a second long inserter, and it should work. Yeah. So let's plan that out. There we go. This will be for the tier 2, and honestly, I think what I'll do is I'll just convert these first two and then leave these two, because that will pry out this, which I think is fine. This will get the catalog. So these won't actually need that input. And then, yeah, these are honestly limited by the production of the Astro catalog, so I'm not too concerned with their ability to not break. Okay, cool. Let's favorite it. That would be useful. We've made this mistake so many times. Is there a faster way to do this? Can you favorite an entire recipe chain? I don't know how they would know what that means. Yeah, that's a definite no. Astro science. Yeah, because that doesn't make sense. Comprehensive thing. Yeah, because that would be so branchy. Comprehensive thing, that's its name. Okay, radio waves, gamma waves, negative pressure, and dark matter. That uses gravitational lensing and astrometric data, which, let me guess. Oh, wait, which ones are... Oh, that is unfortunate. Wait, is it? Is this broken? Oh my gosh, it's flipped. Space science hasn't been working because that's just straight up flipped. Okay, that's great. I mean, I don't think... Obviously, it's backed up. We'll have different issues now. Because we're still substrate limited, right? Actually, what are we limited by? Yeah, we're still substrate limited. Let's check on that. It should have started by now. Wow, that is still... I guess I want to say it's still not holding up, but I mean, it's one of those things where it has to fill up the entire rocket. And with the way that I have rockets set up, it's hard to really say if I'm actually keeping up with the pace. I think we should have gone shipments to Glad temporary, but we haven't been, which makes me think we have some issues on some planets. Let's see. This one should be producing glass. No, that's going to Glad temporary. Okay. This one does not produce glass. This one should produce some. Yeah. But this is not set to auto launch when cargo full. Cool. Okay, so that's part of why it was backing up. Because I feel like we should have enough glass being processed between the planets that we shouldn't back up too bad. And then last but not least, oh, is this broken? Oh no, sorry. This is using some weird reactor that admittedly is kind of cheaty, but it's the only one I had a blueprint for. But it's one of the ones that only runs whenever it, whenever it needs steam. Because apparently the way that the temperature works, it never drops below 500, so you can just use the fuel for free. Well, not for free, but you can remove the biggest downside of nuclear power, which is the fact that, wait, hold up, is this broken? Huh. This is backed up with something. But I don't know how. Also, is there an issue? No, they're producing a 1 to like 100 ratio. It should be fine. Because these should be priod, right? Yeah. Although, if it really is an issue, I could do this. Anyway. What was I saying? I don't remember, actually. It wasn't important. I finished half the thought before I realized things were broken. That's all that matters. Yeah, I don't know what this got backed up with. We probably accidentally sideloaded something onto it. Oh, like this maybe? I probably forgot to blacklist this. We can get rid of it now. Or at least make it rotate. Yeah, that's probably it. I probably didn't set the whitelist fast enough, so it actually kind of broke. And then this should be okay. Yeah, because this is just the enrichment process. So if this doesn't run, that's fine. Okay, cool. I think we fixed that. Anyway, where was glass? Are we not shipping glass off this planet? Oh, wait, does this planet not produce glass? Oh, this planet ships in stone. Okay, so this planet isn't actually glass positive, like most of them. That's neat. That's convenient. I guess because it's not... Oh, that makes sense. Because it's processing just... it's just processing organic things. If you pulled a lot of sand out of, like, a creature, I feel like... I don't know, I feel like maybe they're not living the best life if they're just full of sand. But I don't know. Who am I to judge? Also, this realized this is going to back up entirely these things. I feel like I need to change the prio. So if we do this... There we go. This makes it that roughly, not exactly half, but roughly half of them will bypass. Actually, no, that's not right at all. There we go. Now I can say half of them will bypass the scaffold assembler entirely, which is very nice. Okay. Cool. So we need microwave data, which theoretically, this would be a good spot for it. We need to go set up a nice little mall to produce that for us, and it looks like this is pretty backed up, so we need to be careful not to produce too much of each one of them. Let's just do the bare minimum. So we have microwave. I want to say micro. No, radio. We already have microwave. What's it produced in? Okay, so we need a laser facility. We'll need a gravimetrics. Okay, we have that. Astrometrics, good. We have both of these. Radio telescope. We're still researching that. Why? Oh, I haven't researched. Okay, I haven't finished researching astroscience. That makes sense. Do I have the? Can I like place it? No. Where's the setting? I turned the setting off in mods. The one that enables every single research recipe. It's kind of overwhelming. I don't know where the setting is though, because I don't turn it off much. But specifically when I play space exploration, I turn off show every recipe when you don't have it. Where is it? Is it? Oh, this thing. Show all item. There we go. So this way I have the, wait, what is this? Radar construction pylon. I'll come back to that. But yeah, now I can place the radio telescope and get an idea of the size. I figured it was about the same size as the other one, but I didn't really want to risk it. Okay, I think that's the only thing I needed to produce that needs a facility I don't have. Oh, and gamma ray telescope, which we're researching after this. Gamma ray telescope. Okay, so now that we've done that, we can just go back and disable it. Actually, you know what? It probably doesn't matter. We're far enough in space exploration that we have a decent chunk of the researches. Initially, it was overwhelming because we didn't know what anything was, but now we're far enough that we won't go crazy. Okay, so these are backed up. That makes me think I could probably produce. I can probably produce stuff here, right? So this needs a. This just needs a blinks frame and a super cooled thermofluid, which this has, and it produces warmth. So yeah, if we just cut these ones off and replace them, I think we're in for a good time. So we will instead place this here and this here. And for this, we'll bypass it. We'll go down. And we'll go around. Okay, awesome. And then I guess that'll work. And then if we really want to just clear this belt, we could do a splitter, or we can just do, actually, you know what? We have a small amount of logistic blocks. I'm fine using logistic bots for small things, such as like clearing inventories. I try not to rely too much on them because they definitely invalidate a lot of base design. Like you could get a bunch of quick sciences up and running real fast with Logibots, but that's not as fun. So I just use them for the malls, for the most part. But and clearing inventory. So we just need to figure out where that astro data is being used, which I think are these top ones. Yeah. So if we just put a one here and one here, it will eventually clear itself. No, it will take a while, but it will at least use up those. It'll use up those lenses, which is nice. Of course, we're not producing anything because of lack of substrate. I was not expecting substrate to be so limiting. Is there a cheaper substrate? I know there's this kind of polishing, which my understanding is that it's worse in like every single way because you're using up a chemical gel which you don't recycle to avoid needing to recycle scrap. But if you do this, it's almost completely lossless and you get some scrap out of it, which gives you some of the stuff back. But yeah, this one's a silly recipe. I don't know why it exists. Maybe eventually you just don't care about recycling stuff, but I don't know, it's just a small amount of recycling. But either way, there is not a cheaper substrate yet. Is there ever a cheaper one? I'm gonna guess no. It's pretty cheap and most of it gets recycled. The issue is just that we scaled up our production a ton without ever expanding this production. Okay, and then we have gravimetrics facility. So we're just gonna copy this. Actually, it's not called gravimetrics. Whatever it is, we're just going to copy this though. And then we're going to place it with the correct one. And then we do need to change the filters here, but that'll be simple enough. Now, the one thing that's I'm not sure of, I believe it was called gamma something, but we don't have it researched yet, so I can't see it. A gamma ray detector. That is not particularly easy to produce. It's not hard to produce, I guess. But we don't have any of that stuff up here, actually. Let's see. We have access to water. We have we have sulfur. We have... Okay, so we can make sulfuric acid. We have access to chemical gel. Okay. It's not the worst thing in the world. What we should do is filter this out, though, so it doesn't continue through. I don't know which side is which. I might need to shift it down. Yeah, I think I need to shift these down, because the filtering doesn't happen until here. Undo, cut, shift. Awesome. That's good. And then up, up. Okay. Wait. Oh no. That means this doesn't work. Okay, well that's fine. We can make it work. We can make it work, I believe. So we take a splitter, and let's see, where is it? Splitter. And then we sideload this. Then we send this one up and around. Perfect. Okay. everything we needed. Okay, these are still researching. It's gonna take, honestly, it's gonna take a while with how little space science we're producing, which right now is literally 0, by the way, because of the data cards. I feel like we're probably producing the wrong kinds of science too, because my guess is we're using a lot of data cards for things like these, when I should just have a larger buffer. Actually, wait a minute. I think I see an option. I don't know if it'll help, but we can potentially just steal from that chest, which could be good. That is a decent amount of astro. I say it's a decent amount of astro science. It's really not. Maybe I should just do like 1 to 2 stacks of each. I don't know. It's one of those things where, like, as soon as I eliminate the buffer, I'm gonna regret it, because it means. So maybe instead I should just make it that I can grab from the buffer with like a pass provider. There you go. This might be the better option. Yeah. Okay. That'll work. So that'll just make it that my bots for Space Science 2 can grab from this chest if it's ever backed up. Ideally, I'd want them only to grab from it if this isn't running that well. So actually, let's do that. We do have that option. So what we can do is we can chest chain. If we do 2 chests, but this one is slightly limited. Yeah, no, that'll do exactly what I want. So this gives our bots, first Astro 2, access to this stuff. And gives this a nice little internal buffer that can't be taken for Astro 2. And then I think Astro 2 we have limited to... Actually, we probably don't have it limited at all, because that would be silly. So we're definitely going to convert everything into Astro 2 and regret it. So maybe I do like... Let's split the difference. Let's do 5 stacks. There we go. Now we can buffer a lot of Science 1. But if necessary, we can do Science 2 instead. Or we could just add actual buffers. I don't know. Let's just do something else. That will probably also fix it. I am happy with how this is working out, though. That's definitely doing a lot better. At least it's getting us the researches we need. Okay, so let's fly back to where we were. Also, we're at the point where doing the jetpack doesn't really give us a ton of extra... Sorry, not the jetpack. Doing the little sling doesn't actually get us a ton of extra speed. because someone convinced us to actually upgrade our thrusters, and we can put even more. Because I think we also upgraded our suit to level 2, and we never added more stuff to the grid. I think we wanted more energy as well. Okay, this needs to produce radio. And then I'm assuming these are going to stack to like 5, which is kind of expensive. So we're going to do this. We're going to limit this output to 1. Or limit the input to 1. I'm hoping the latency is fine, that this will work. Less than 1. Okay. Yeah, normally I wouldn't care that much. But we definitely... Yeah, normally I wouldn't care that much about this. But we're a bit low on LDS right now. It takes a while to launch a rocket. And this, ironically, the stuff we're trying to set up right now should help with... It should help us with our lack of LDS. So I definitely need to get that up and running. Because, yeah, it'll make things cheaper. Okay, so we don't have aeroframe scaffolds in a chest that can be accessed for building. That is very... I say very simple to do. And that's just because I'm using a bot. And a filter inserter, and we should be good. We'll just copy this. We don't need a ton. I don't know what they stack to. Let's do 2 stacks. Right now they feel a bit expensive, so I don't want to do too many stacks. But we need scaffolds. Voila. Okay, everything should be good. Now, how do we get cryonite slush? I believe it's acid plus cryonite, and I think that's it. Is there any chance we are producing cryo slush? There is a small chance. Do we have factories? I don't think we have factory searcher. Oh my gosh, we're actually producing cryonite slush. I don't know why, but... Oh, because it produces a cheaper thermofluid. Ooh, okay. Oh, this is so nice. No, this is great. I really didn't think we had any of the junk we needed. So that means... that's actually not how we should get through there. No, that's not how we should get through there at all. That's where I want to park the spaceship. And if I fill it, I can no longer park the spaceship there. So I've been trying to not mess with that spot. Although, it's not like we're particularly attached to the spaceship at all, so maybe it doesn't matter. Okay, that's fine. I can't wait for these to be completely disconnected. Also, this scaffolding distribution is a little bit rough. Okay, we'll go under. Oh, of course. By the time we set that up, bots had already built it. Glad I spent the time to work around that. Although, admittedly, it wasn't that much time. It was just funny how immediate it was. Okay. So they're called. I think it's no, it's not called a mirror. What was it called? Gamma ray detector, which is effectively just a polished mirror, I imagine, considering it has a mirror in it and it looks shiny. Let's see. Chemical gel, cryo slush, beryllium plate, and multispectral mirror. Okay, so multispectral mirror is down here. Beryllium is accessible. I thought we needed beryllium recently. Over by the stick production. So beryllium's accessible here. So we probably don't actually need this to be so far down. What do the multispectral mirrors take? Well, there's a cheaper version of those. Oh god, that's a terrifying thought. If there's a cheaper version of the multispectral mirror, that means at some point they expect them to be expensive and used a lot, huh? Actually, how is it cheaper? Oh, a third of the glass. It doesn't use heat shielding. It uses iridium. Wait, I should just make this one. We have all this stuff, like, with us. It's not that difficult to do. Okay. Yeah, I wasn't expecting to have to convert that, but yeah, that should be... Well, I wouldn't say trivial, but that's a lie. It should be doable is a better better description. Okay, so we just need to get beryllium onto this heat shielding belt. Now, that might be a problem. There's a small chance that I use heat shielding for something else along this chain, so we just have to follow it. It looks like we don't. Okay, well that makes it a whole lot easier. So if we don't need heat shielding here, that means we can take iridium from this belt, put it on this belt, and we're good. And that seems real easy, actually. I see a line we can use right here. Perfect. Okay. I think that's it. Iridium. That was easy. Now we haven't cleared this belt yet, so we're just gonna... How should we stop it? I'm not sure. Maybe we should just delete it. I don't know. I feel like I want to keep this here. We'll remove the filter from that, and we'll replace it with a combinator, because there is a chance that we don't actually have enough. There is a small chance we don't have enough heat shield or iridium constantly produced to actually convert our production. So I don't want to completely, get rid of that opportunity. So we can do heat shield, and voila. That tells us what this did whenever we actually change it. So now we have to clear this belt, which I don't think will be particularly hard. Harder than I thought. So what if we do this? There we go. Okay, now it was easy. Okay, so we don't have any chests. There we go. Heat shield. Okay, that'll start clearing the heat shield from the belt. We can switch this to the new recipe, which is mirror iridium, which should use less chemical gel. Actually, it uses more chemical gel, which isn't great. We're also not processing enough scrap, apparently, which is wild, considering there's a much larger scrap plant next to it that we are just not outputting onto for some reason. I mean, we probably have the reason, and I bet the reason was we didn't need to at the time, which is not the best reason, but I'm pretty confident that's what the reason was. Wait, why did I make that one underground? There we go. Now it doesn't matter how it side loads. Okay, so scrap recycling should be better. We should be able to produce from these now. Okay, I'm happy with that. Heat shield is good. It's still clearing the belt. Okay, so this uses more chemical gel. Less LDS though, and that's our big bottle. Actually, not less LDS. Is it less LDS? No, same amount of LDS. Less steel though, and less glass. Those are things we are kind of limited on though, so I think that's good. I guess someone did warn me that Astro Science uses a lot of glass, so it does make sense why we're starting to deplete. I think we just need to start mining some stone and processing it. It's been a while since we actually have had to care about that, but it definitely matters. Okay, so let's do Astro Science. Wait, that's out of reach? That should be within power range, right? Yeah. Okay, and we'll remove the bank data cards. That'll clear the belt, because we do have some. Well, not clear the belt. It'll clear our Logic network. We have some stuff that we never really sorted out after we deleted a bunch of stuff. Okay, so spectral mirrors. We have cryoslush here. We have beryllium here. That's 2 of 3. We don't have multispectral mirrors, and we don't have. I feel like that, and we don't have glass. Chemical gel. So what if we follow it? Let's see. Beryllium, we could potentially get to a better spot. Do we really not have beryllium over here? I feel like we would have needed it for space science. Did we not? Did I imagine that? I probably imagined that actually. I could see that. Oh, we use holmium. Which one's beryllium? Oh, beryllium is space science or astro science. I always refer to it as space science. I've noticed. I think because it just sounds very spacey to me, and I forget there's an actual space science because we made it so long ago. I do not see a great way to get mirrors out of here, so I think our best bet is to instead bring beryllium down. Yeah, along with chemical gel, which should be, actually the chemical gel shouldn't be that difficult because we needed it for bioscience. Yeah, I'm not too worried. This is gonna be some decent spaghetti. There we go, that's good. And then beryllium, I guess we can just produce our produce is not the right word. Unpack, because we're not making new stuff. We're just kind of moving it. But we can produce some freshly unpacked plates. Yeah, plates is the right word. I think we can't really do anything here until bots finish it. But we can follow it pretty closely. Okay, there we go. They finished enough of it. We're gonna have weird random space underground gaps like we have many times before. And it will confuse future me, and that's, you know what, we've just accepted our fate. That is us in a nutshell most of the time. Okay. That has beryllium. We have chemical gel nearby. We can grab these. Awesome. Okay, let's do that. Base belt. Oh, wait. Okay, this is going to be a little bit jank. But it was on the wrong side of the belt to do what I wanted. Okay, so we'll send this up. I like how I say it's going to be a little bit jank, like that's just news to anybody. And not every single build that I have, because I just usually want to get something working. Although I'm getting a little bit better about leaving space to make my designs expandable, even if I know in my heart of hearts that it's never going to happen, because why would it? Like, we just, we don't have the production to support producing things as fast as I would like, because things just are so expensive. Okay, we should be able to make either of these work. What I am wondering though is what happens to the junk in this? Does it not produce any? Like it uses liquid. Usually when things use liquids like this, they produce some kind of like liquid you have to recycle. So I'm not used to this relatively easy setup. Okay, so this is called a mirror. No, it's not. It's called a gamma ray detector. Okay, I'm learning. And that is very nice. They actually connect perfectly. I wasn't expecting that. Okay, did not mean to open that view. Oh gosh, I don't even know where I'm looking at anymore. Okay. Cool. So that is a-okay. Don't know if it's powered, so we're gonna make it powered. And now we can send these back down. A little bit costly in terms of belt, but overall not awful. Now we have two options here. One of them is to loop this all the way down and then back up, or we can add an input on the side. I feel like input on the side will make it a lot less painful later when I do future spaghetti, because we all know there's got to be future spaghetti. Even though we really only probably have like, honestly, we only have like 5 streams left of space exploration probably. I'm not entirely sure what I'm going to do when the expansion comes out, because obviously I'll keep doing like my meme runs. And if they don't work in the expansion, we'll just do them vanilla or in 2.0. I think a lot of them will work in 2.0. You want to believe that this base can make it to the end? Yeah, the issue is, the main issue is that the expansion comes out in like a month, right? Oh, sorry, 2 months. Wait, is it 2 months away? Or is it 1 month? What month is it? Okay, so okay, never mind. We have like 2 months left. That's still only 8 streams. Which is like 20 hours maybe. So it's still not a lot of time. Ah, okay, so much for that idea. Oh, well, that's fine. We can connect in the middle. But yeah, the main issue is it's still not a ton of streams. Yeah, just start doing space exploration every day until the expansion comes out. Honestly, I spend 3 days a week on burner designing. We're doing that run in hopefully in a couple weeks, 2 to 3 weeks, I imagine, unless things are very, very, very broken, which is possible. But we'll have to do some blueprint debugging. Obviously, we can't debug every blueprint, but I think I have a lot of designs that aren't that risky in the burner stuff, so I'm not super worried. Like I expect there will be issues, but I think most of the issues are like a belt being backwards, which is very easy to fix during the run. Very easy to track down because we don't have a ton of like weird sushi because we realized burner inserters can't actually deal with sushi. If burner inserters weren't bad enough, you can't use them with 90% of space sushi designs, which is completely expected. Burners are garbage. I could write a whole novel. I'm gonna have a redeem for the run, which is gonna say I complain about burner. Like, I'll just make a complaint about burners. Not like anyone will need to redeem it. I'll probably be doing that anyway because it's 12 hours of me using burners. I'll have complaints, but no, I definitely want people to be able to make me complain about them on demand. I might add some other redeems. I'm not really sure what would work, but it's a long run. I want to have some like special stuff. I could have audio. I could have like sound effects, like people can play my taco song. That I think is easy enough to set up. I like the beeping. I feel like what's our construction bot production? Okay, I think we're okay. Because the fact that it can peak and then it stays like level makes me think we're producing, that we have enough capacity. Otherwise, it would just stay at a constant low level. Yeah. The fact that it peaks means they die and then it goes back to another production. Yeah, because otherwise it would just be a constant flat. You're producing this many, and you're not getting an increased number of bots. Which we did actually have that happen one time. It was before we fully set up our base. Let's see, where's this? Scaffolds, it needs these things. Okay. And then I guess we can just copy the red wire as well. Okay, yeah, that should be good. Anyway, it was before we fully set up our expanded iron base. So there was a while where we were running pretty much exclusively off of the infinite resources, which was just not enough. So our construction bots were falling. Pretty much everything was failing, and it would have been rough. We almost got to a point where we wouldn't have had any construction bots. We would have had to hand build the fixes, but we caught it just barely in time while we still had like 500 left. And then I think that's also when we installed a mod that made it that biters can't be damaged by fire. That helped a pretty decent amount as well. That mod was definitely nice. I don't know why these aren't connected. Oh, I forgot a gap. Okay, well that's a very easy fix. Wait. What? Okay, I think it's good now. I couldn't get the alignment. It looked just really weird in my head, but I think it's good now. And then this can be that. Not like we're ever gonna use that many, but I can believe. Okay, so that gives us radio waves. So this is good. We can mark that off the list. I feel like I want to produce it here, but I don't know if we really have enough. junk to work with that. I guess we'll find out. I think we should have enough. We should have enough scaffold. This is only like 1,000. And then we're running low on LDS. We're running low on LDS to reproduce the scaffold quickly, but we do keep like 20k on us, which is partially why it takes so long to get an LDS production again. What I really need to do is have a splitter, because currently way too much of our stuff goes into scaffolds whenever it's demanded. If we do a splitter, I think that would help a lot. Is that easy to set up? I think it is, because this uses most of our LDS. I think the issue is we need a splitter and we also need a buffer. Okay, that should be fine. And then we can take a filter splitter here and add a buffer. That should work. Actually, let's do... I forgot, we have strong boxes or whatever they're called. I almost loaded stuff on the wrong side of the belt. That would have been bad. Okay, this is a little bit better. So this will make it that we can buffer some LDS up here, so that way if we need to produce something in this chain, we actually can, because currently these are all incredibly deprioritized over scaffolds, because this will consume basically everything, and it will consume like tens of thousands pretty easily if I decide to do a base expansion, because, I mean, this whole section, this is 1,000 tiles right here, which is like, so this would be like 10, 50, this would be like 50k pretty easily. Yeah, maybe more like 30, but either way, it's tens of thousands of LDS, which is like an entire rocket. So I would like to buffer some LDS past that point so I can still get those good things. These I keep in large enough capacity inside the machine itself that it's not a concern. So see, these ones are good. It's really just when I need like one radio wave, it takes so long to get, and it looks like we don't have any strong boxes, which is fine because we do in fact have a chest of them. I guess another alternative is actually we could read from the belt. We could have this only run if rocket is low. So that's another option, but I think this will do just fine. Yeah, this will work. Low density structure. Perfect. Okay. I believe now that this is built, we should be good, and there should be a way for us to... There is a possibility we can build everything within this wide area beacon. Let's see. How much range do I have? I can go up to... I can't tell where the side of this building is, but it looks like that is actually within reach of the beacon. That doesn't give us a ton of space. We might have to make science, or whatever this is, go around. I feel like this is... Isn't this what we're limited on? No, it's not. Okay. We're limited on astro catalogs. How do we get astro catalogs? Wait. How am I even getting them over there? That's a good question. What convoluted mess did I use to get these over here? Oh, they're just split. Actually, these are split like twice. That changes the prio. Yeah, whatever it is, it's definitely convoluted. I see a weird path here. I'm assuming it's missing... Yeah, it's missing blank data cards. Okay, so we're just gonna ignore that. And I think if I can't get this to work, we'll just take this and we'll go around. I think that would be good, because I would really like to get everything within this space. Okay, so we need negative pressure data, which is produced in a laser facility using astrometric data, that is this stuff, super cold thermofluid, that is this stuff, and aeroflame scaffold. So it is effectively this, but flipped. Okay, that's easy enough. I'm just going, you know what? I'm just declare it now. We are moving this belt. We're actually going to keep it tight. Actually, no. We're gonna make a we're not gonna keep it tight. We don't need to. We're gonna go around. I like having that space. Okay, now this can go here. I don't know what this weird splitter is for. Oh, it's to make it that half of it goes to... Okay. No, that does make sense. That's not as weird as it seems. No, it's to make it that half of it can always go towards each of them. Now, I don't know if there's anything else on this belt, so we're going to do a filter just in case. And by filter, I mean we're going to force a side load. So that way, if there is something else on the belt, there no longer is. And then if not, this... Yeah, because like we briefly sideload here, but then it gets filtered out, so... Actually, no. That's all that's on the belt then, so we don't need that. We can instead do a splitter. We can do another sideload filter because those work real well. And we can send this down. And by down, I mean up. Well, I guess both. There you go. Just not that far down. Perfect. Okay, I think that's on the wrong side of the belt. Let's see. It's going to be on the inside, 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 inside. Oh! Okay, it's actually on the correct side. That's fantastic. Okay, so laser facility. If we have a laser facility on us, that would be very nice. I think we're going to take the duplicates for now. We're going to turn off our bots. There we go. And then we're going to take these as well. Geez, that takes so long to mine. I'm so spoiled. I haven't actually had to manually mine something for a long time. I was spoiled by somehow was spoiled by the meme run that I've been doing on the Monday one, the Red Wraith run. It has completely ruined my idea of how fast the player should mine things. Because we did give ourselves a times 10 boost. Very much deserved, I thought. Okay, so we need... Is this the wrong thing? I'm so confused. Negative pressure data made in a laser facility. Have we not researched it yet? Wait, what is this? Oh, that seems complicated. Wait a minute. That says multispectral astronomic analysis 3. Is there a cheap recipe that I'm not using somewhere? Because I don't remember ever having a 2. I'll have to look into that. Fortunately, it's fairly easy to redesign it. Okay, so this is why I don't have the recipe. That's fine. We can still design around this. That's all right. So we'll have a laser facility. This produces negative pressure. Okay. So we'll keep this pattern. We'll have this go with a long inserter. This one goes up one tile, does an output with another long inserter. Awesome. I say we're gonna keep the pattern, but we're gonna make it use a smaller footprint. One of each building, more than sufficient. We have learned our lesson too many times. Okay, and now this one, I think we need to get gravimetrics. Probably negative pressure, right? No, this one's negative pressure. That's astro. That's astro. Oh, this is the one. Okay. This one needs gravitational lensing data and negative pressure data. So I should actually flip them so that way it can take from the other one. And then gravitational lensing. Is that this stuff? Okay, so this should just be filtered out, I think. There's no reason to produce more of these. So we're going to do a filter. We're going to do gravitational lensing to the left. There we go. Send it down. I feel like... Can I shift this down? Not really, actually. This is kind of maxing out the distance. So I think it would be easier if we instead fed it through the middle, I guess. I don't think easier is the right word. Yeah, easier is definitely not the right word. Different. Different is a word we can use. And then this can be here. Yeah, we're gonna have a time and a half trying to figure this out, but we can do it. I guess it's not really expandable, but I could just stop that there. I don't know the ratio. Ratios are overrated anyway, though. Long inserter, we'll send this up, then we'll pass it through. So expandable is definitely the wrong word. Let's shift this over here. The fact that these are doubled up makes me want to change it. I didn't realize, since one of these uses the input of the other, I think I need to make it a little bit larger than I normally would have. And that I was not exactly prepared for. Okay, so this needs an output. I don't know which direction. I think if I copy this, that should help though. Because I imagine the fluids are going to have a similar direction to them for which ones are being cooled and which ones aren't. So how do we get this over there? Easiest option, I think, is to just loop it in the corners. Yeah, that should be all right. Okay, and then this can just go right here. Actually, that's not a problem at all. That one was really easy. Cool. Okay, so that gets astro data. Well, actually, we already established it's a little bit we're just kind of guessing. Let's see. Oh wait. Oh my gosh. If you hover over it, it shows you the recipe. How have I never noticed that? Do I just click on it before, like I think I just click on it before I process what it's actually showing me. That's funny. Oh wait, we should probably cancel the recipe though. There we go. Okay, gravitational lensing being sent from up here. Cool. Radio waves, those are the bottom ones. So those ones, very easy. Don't need to think about those. Astro asymmetric, super cold fluid, good. This one, oh, this one needs an input. Which I think that should be good. And then this is going to output onto this belt. Wait a minute. Why doesn't this work? I could have sworn this worked up here. What's the difference? The staggering is not the same. Oh, I see the difference. Okay. We take this, we shift it down 2 tiles, and we replace this with double long inserters. Awesome. Okay, very straightforward. This isn't getting anything, which is concerning. Oh, I didn't do that right. How do I? Oh, I know what I can do. We take the splitter. We do this. And then we filter it out. Gravitational lensing. Wait, is it gravitational lensing or gravity waves? I don't know which is which. This one uses gravitational. Okay, gravitational lensing. They just sound so similar. Okay, perfect. And now we filter, or then we send this back and then we filter it back in. I think this works. There we go. Okay, the way we had it set up, we filtered out this to one side, which meant it got backed up with scrap immediately. But it should be good now. The beepings are so terrifying. I love it, but yeah, I would not recommend. Why is that not running? Are we just that desperate for... You know what? We have some insight on us. Let's request all the insight, because I feel like if we request all of the insight to this chest, we will get our research. Hello, Xfret. Welcome, welcome. We're almost to tier 3, our first tier 3 science, which is exciting. We won't be producing it fast, but we will be producing it, and that's what matters. Progress. I'm realizing now that as long as you don't care about speed, getting to tier 3 and tier 4 sciences is actually pretty, well, maybe tier 4 is not too bad. But yeah, as long as you don't do what I did earlier, which was separate the two sciences by half of your base, it's pretty easy to convert between the two of them. Or not convert, but it's pretty easy to expand afterwards. I know you need to get exponentially larger if you want to increase the speed, but right now I just want something that works, so I think I'm okay with this. And then we should be able to process these, right? No, we can't process these yet. We can still set it. Tier 4 isn't bad, same deal. Okay. Yeah, I figured it probably... They probably kind of kept that pattern. But I wasn't that confident. Okay, and then this can just output onto the belt. Okay, so we need blank data, radio waves. Okay, that's straightforward. Okay, so this should have my radio wave stuff on it, right? Oh, wait, no, this is the bypass belt I was making. We haven't continued this belt through. Yeah, I'm excited for the spaceships. I think they'll be really good for beryllium processing, because right now beryllium uses a lot of rockets. Some of them have gotchas, like I think you need a space probe on a rocket belt for Astro 4 and core fragments for Bio 4, but it's basically the same. Wait, really? Biological 4. Wait, is that's funny. You just need a core fragment from that planet? That's so easy to get. It's just something you wouldn't have. That's fun. Science 4. Is that the only one that has that? So, like, if all of them had it, I guess... I'm trying to justify it. Is it supposed to be symbolizing, like, a biter fossil? It might not be that deep, but, like, maybe it's trying to be like, hey, you're mining the deep into the planet. You discovered a fossil, because the vital land is just plant life. It would make sense that there would be fossils there. But I think I'm trying to make something out of nothing. It could just be they wanted to make the recipe a little bit wonky. It could be deep. It's Aerodrill after all, but also maybe not. I like that. Leave it open-ended. It could be deep, but it can also not be. You have a theory, but it's spoiling in-game tier 4 tech. I'm not worried about spoilers personally, so I don't mind. I'm interested in the theory. Yeah, for space exploration is one thing where I just honestly have not cared that much about spoilers. There's a lot of things that I do. This has not been one of them. How does this work? Oh. Wait. So wait. If it kills all vital lands on the planet, including extracting ore fragments, we're trying to learn. So the idea is that there's life in the core fragments. Is that? Am I interpreting that correctly? You know what? This isn't worth it. I was trying to add like a splitter and give priority, but honestly, let's just do this. This is so much easier. I don't think I need to care about priority here. You thought they had like plant moss in them? I feel like it probably has a lot of stuff in it, doesn't it? What it definitely doesn't have, well, I guess definitely doesn't have. My idea was fossils, but having something living makes more sense. You think tier 4 bioscience requires a fragment, so you can't just plague the rocket. the Vita planet and deal with all the biters because they live down there. Wait, do you think? I guess biters might live underground. Like that seems like a very real thing that biters would just do, right? Okay, why can't I go up? That was weird. Oh, right. So, I burnt my fingers the other day on a warming pot. It wasn't even like a pan. It was the pot that we use to like keep food warm while we're still cooking. But I burnt my fingers on it, so I was pressing 2 to go up because I don't have a ton of. I can't feel the keyboard that well right now through the blister. Oh, through the gauze on the blister, so it's a little bit non-dexterous. And then honestly, I think this part, I'm gonna be honest, I think this looks really cool, this splitter I have. You thought it got rid of ore patches too anyways, but maybe it was told wrong. I mean, it's possible. We could test it, maybe. I mean, realistically, I won't be able to test it. um, but we could go to editor mode and try it, see what happens, if we just want to figure this out, because it seems interesting. But yeah, dexterity on my fingers, a little bit not great right now. Which definitely explains why I thought I was pressing a different button to walk up. Okay, so we need those kinds of data. This one's already hooked up. Oh, but it's backed up with the gamma stuff. Okay, that makes sense. Must have grabbed. Oh, because I shifted them up. They grabbed while I shifted them. That tracks. Okay, so this is somehow not getting any cooled fluid. Oh, it's just rotated the wrong way. That's a very easy fix. Okay, that's it for all the building blocks we need for science. I'm not going to say that's it for functional science because that would be wrong. My guess was wrong, by the way, if anyone's wondering. It does use a different cooling level, which is fine. That's not a problem. In fact, it's a pretty easy fix. But yeah, we just need to get the warm stuff. I didn't realize this needed super cooled. But yeah, we can't confirm it works, but I think conceptually we have basically set up Astro 3. Now we take this. I'm assuming we can do it in a supercomputer. I guess we can just shift it over. I'm gonna be honest, it's real bold of me to assume that I could possibly use this many computers to produce Astro 3, considering I can't even use this many for Astro 1, and this is like exponentially more expensive, I think. Because I'm pretty sure I need one of the old stuff for every one of these. So if not exponentially expensive, it's at least like double. And yeah, there's no way I can afford to run this. It's great. But that's okay. Ambition is good. And this one is the comprehensive insight, I think. Wait. No, insight's different. No, I'm making the catalogs here, which use supercooled and they produce the warm stuff. Okay, that's easy. These are running. Awesome. Okay, well, at least I've confirmed these run. It might be worth it to do a splitter. Yeah, let's try this. I think it would be worth it to do a splitter here. For the same reason as earlier, it just makes it that, at the very least, half of these run. I doubt it matters. No, it definitely doesn't matter, but I like to think that I'm making something balanced, even if I know it doesn't matter because things back up in the end anyway. But we just gotta believe. Okay, so this produces catalog 3s. We already have a spot to hook them up, which is awesome. We actually did a little bit of planning this time. keyword is a little because it's still not a lot. It's still a spaghetti base, but it's less of a spaghetti base. Same amount of spaghetti base. Different spaghetti base. Oh wait, I know what I was doing. I was just replacing this one with the tier 3. Wait, this needs blank data cards. I don't have a way to get blank data cards to here. Huh. Huh. Okay, we have two options. We can get data cards onto this belt real easily. However, if we do that, it will make the tier 4 version of this harder to do. Doubt that matters much, but it is something to consider. However, the other way is to make the blank data cards harder to do and make this one easier. So I think either way, the end result is in fact the same. So let's combine. So let's somehow get these over there. I mean, I guess getting them over there isn't actually that difficult. Getting them over cleanly would be a different story, but yeah, it's technically as simple as that. It's just so incredibly low priority that I don't think it's going to happen anytime soon. But yeah, that gives us the tier 3 catalog, or the tier 3 insight, which is a little bit cheaper. Very good. And now theoretically, we can produce science here, right? So we need, I'm assuming we need the same level of cooling. Although we've been wrong pretty much every time we've said that today. So I should really stop assuming that. But we're going to make the assumption anyway. Actually, let's just check. It uses cold, which is... Okay, that is this stuff. And it produces hot. Okay, so we are actually good. Cool. Honestly, wasn't expecting to be correct there. And then the warm, I guess we can take from here. Okay, and then it doesn't really matter which side is which. There's always going to be some way we can rotate it, I think, to make it work. With this kind of tech. Astro 3. Okay, so this can get aeroframe scaffolds directly from the belt. Wait a minute. Oh, I was going to say, why am I bringing scaffolds over here? And I guess I'm not technically bringing scaffolds over here. They just happen to be over there. Okay, so we got scaffolds. We got significant data, which we can split off of this. Which I think we can make it through that. Yeah, perfect. Okay, so that's significant data. Here's the catalog. We do need insights still, which I think is here. And then we can also put science 2 on this belt. Yeah. I guess that works. Okay, so we got this one, we got this, we got this, we got this, and we got this, right? 1, 2, 1, 2. Okay, or 1. Sorry, 1, 2, 4, 5. 1, 3, 4, 5. I don't know how I should have counted that. All I know is I counted it a little bit weirdly. Okay, perfect. And last but not least, we get rid of the scrap. So this produces junk cards. This also produces junk cards. And these all produce junk cards. So if we can recycle it over here, we're good. Which would be... I mean, it should be doable, right? Yeah, I don't see why it wouldn't be. No, this isn't even spaghetti. Yeah, that's barely even calls as spaghetti. What the heck was that? why did that work so well? I like how I do have... I like how I'm actually kind of connecting things to one kind of central recycle point, which is good, because we didn't do that for the longest time, which was bad. Yeah, also I feel like we've lost a lot of cards in circulation. We really need to take care of that. I saw like 500 cards that should have been recycled just sitting in a chest, for example. Also, I don't know what this is doing. It looks like I briefly tried to get mirrors from that point and then realized there's an easier spot. That's 100% what happened. Okay, gravimetric data. Or, sorry, astrometric data. I don't, what is that? Is that a, I mean, I'm assuming these are all real words. What is astrometric? It's just measuring space. See, astrometry is a branch of astronomy that involves precise measurements of the positions and movements of the stars. Okay, so yeah, it's just taking measurements in space. That tracks. Also, nice. We need 69 more. Prod 3s. Wow, novice is not doing too hot. Just putting that out there. It's really struggling for power. Okay. Or not power, sorry. Just production in general. I don't know. I feel like I should start designing my builds to be within the 64 by 64 supply area. It definitely seems beneficial. Do I need these here? I don't think I need those there, right? Yeah, I set those up and then realized I was using the wrong side of the belt. Okay, so everything should eventually be recycled properly. We do pass a lot of stuff through this central recycle point, but I don't think we're ever going to have belt limits. What was that? I opened up the navigation panel, and there's a lot of red. Oh, I thought there was stuff that was like emergency warning. It's literally just the vulcanite icon. Okay, so we can technically start researching spaceships soon. I say technically because we're not getting them anytime soon. But, you know, we can make spaceships. What we really need, though, is structural integrity. How many tiers of this can you get with Space Science 3? Oh, like 5. Okay. Are they pretty good? Plus 100, plus 100, plus 100, plus 100, plus 100. And then it gets expensive. Okay, so it looks like I can get to 500 more integrity. I don't know what our starting integrity is, though. I'm assuming I can look at this ship and get an idea of it, though. Let's see. We are at 300, I guess? Probably 300. I'm assuming this is just 1-to-1 ratio of integrity. I doubt it's more complicated than that, so we can more than almost triple the size of our ship. Well, I don't know if it's... I don't actually know how the calculation works. So I don't know if it's going to triple our usable area. It could make it that we get a lot more usable area. Like more than triple, or it could be less. It could be like a square root thing, or it could be like a square thing. one of those directions. I guess that covers all the bases. But I don't know how the walls... I'm assuming walls are good, and the larger we are, the less walls we have proportionally. So yeah, it does seem like it's not going to be as favorable as I'd like. But as long as I put like support walls in the middle, I think we're good. Astro, is there anything we can research that is cheap? We can definitely start doing zone discovery. We don't really need to, but we can do it. 'Cause yeah, you can like specifically search for like Vegemite planets. Vitamite, Vitamin. I think I feel like I just roll a dice every time I say Vegemite. Because sometimes I just call it vitamin, sometimes Vegemite, sometimes Vitalange. It's usually one of those three. Or sometimes I just kind of like slur my words together and it's just a mix of all of them. Okay, how is production? Well, this is fine. That's backed up. That could probably use delivery soon. Anything that's like filled, I'm probably doing good on, right? Wait, hold up. We just... Okay. I was worried we've had substrates for this whole time and still haven't gotten cards, but it looks like we are starting to produce cards again. Unfortunately, it's gonna take a real long time for us to actually start to make up for the fact that we haven't had cards for a while. So we have to back up probably 5 to 10,000 of them to cover the whole belt. So we need to see what our bottleneck is. I think we need more polishing power to help with like burst production. Right? Yeah. No, that definitely is what we need. I think that's pretty trivial, right? Well, I say trivial, but like looking at my base, nothing's trivial isn't the right word. Oh wait, this has polishing power. Okay, so it's actually processing power. So we can just upgrade these to like speed 2s. That probably gives us a decent improvement. I'm assuming we have some module 2s. We actually have 0. We have 0 speed 2s. Okay, well never mind then. That will not improve. That will not improve anything. We'll just leave that. And we'll see if there's a different way to expand it. For example, I was going to say, for example, by copying it, but we also don't really have space. I think I can technically add one more set. That seems viable. So we can take this. I want to paste it with a gap, probably. Yeah, okay, we can do a gap. We want to output as high as we possibly can. And then we want to shift this over and we'll route it back up. Okay, I think that's all. Oh wait. There isn't really a spot we can output. You know what? Let's just directly go into the machine. That works. I think that'll be fine. Wow, these run fast. At least they're not like insert or limited or anything though. That helps. So yeah, it's a pretty small improvement, but it is an improvement nonetheless. Of course, I don't think we can actually supply enough. So I think at the end of the day, it's a moot point. Because we'll be substrate limited soon enough, as always. But at least if we expand this, it makes it that I can react to changes a little bit better, which I think is a little bit important. Then this one, for some reason, we can only actually power 2 of them. Oh, it's because we had to leave a gap for a belt and a pipe here. Otherwise, it would have tessellated perfectly. Okay, and then these are both powered. Very nice. I like how these are powered. Very nice is like a good thing and not just like the standard. Okay, slightly more production. Let's go. Now we're still missing radars, but that's fine. We are aware of that. I think there's a lot of things that are missing in a lot of places. I like the sounds these make though. It's good sound design in this mod. And then we forgot to connect cooling, so we weren't actually able to say we finished space science, unfortunate. Wait, can I reach? Yes, I can. Sorry, not space science. Still making that mistake. Astro science. Is that even its full name? I'm probably getting that wrong too. Science and astronomy. I don't know. Star stuff. There we go. We are star stuff. And now I am curious if I type card into the network, what does that give me? Card and like data. The fact that this is an even 500 makes me think that we have it in a chest. But we do have a lot of data here. I say a lot, but honestly, it's only like 1,000. So if I recover all of those and actually consume them, what does that do? It probably gets us another like it might get us like an extra half hour of production, honestly. I don't know how good the recycling chains are. If we just walk around with a bunch of requester chests, that could work. Because I think we can do it pretty quickly. We don't really have time to do much else today. Oh, I'm getting pretty sore. So I don't think I'll be able to stream long. So I think if we just wrap it up with trying to clean up the astro data that's just kind of in our base will be good. Now, where is machine learning data? That's the real question. Because I saw that we had like 500 of it, which really gives me the impression that it is in a chest. That is just too evenly 500. I wonder if it's used. I wonder if it's used in some like building some machines. Because the only reason we tend to put stuff in passive providers is if we need it for the mall. So yeah, that would track. Okay. So what kind of data is there? Should I just go to like what consumes the data, I guess, is the real question. Like these things? So if I just do that, I think that clears it up pretty good. And we just do that for every set. Yeah, okay. No, I think that's right. And then we can do the same here. Perfect. These ones, those don't use data. Those use machine learning data, though. I mean, I guess I could request some machine learning data here. Actually, wait, that's a blank data card. Never mind. We don't request those anywhere. Okay, and then what else? What other kind of data is there? Bioscience. Oh, energy 2. Or just energy in general, I think. Okay, there we go. We already did energy 1, right? Yeah, energy 1 is over there. Actually, wait. One of these is energy 1, one of these is energy 2. I don't know which is which. Let's see. It looks like this one's energy 1. I don't think we did material yet. Which, material is definitely one of our smaller builds. I feel like this one's actually not prioed over the other one. It would make more sense to do it here. I think this one's used more. Because this one seemed backed up. This one didn't. Don't know what the difference is between the two. Ooh, I know what we could do. Wait, I know what we can do. This way it doesn't matter. And it keeps such a small amount. Well, I say that, but honestly, I don't think decreasing it really changed the size that much. Because of how internal buffers work. But it should be okay. Okay, now we need a junk data card processing and a broken data card processing. So junk data card we can just kind of throw onto any belt that happens to have junk data, right? So that could be like here. And this can get junk data card. Perfect. And then broken data card is a whole separate thing. Those go into these things. Perfect. I keep accidentally pasting it, forgetting that I have the chest filtered. That's why you keep seeing me deleting and rebuilding it. Oh wait, this is junk data cards. That's not right. What uses broken? Oh, broken literally just becomes scrap. Okay, so honestly, this is not really, really worth the effort. Then I think this is scrap. Okay, so hopefully... Oh wait, that's the same. No, that's not the scrap chain. This is the scrap chain. There we go. Okay, so that will help clean my network a little bit. Most importantly, if I go here now and type data, it still has a lot of stuff. Is there anything here we missed? I feel like Astro data isn't actually used in research, is it? I'm not sure. I know where Astro data is used though, so I think I'm gonna put a chest. in one of these. Ooh, I could place it in the middle, actually. That way it applies to both. Perfect. Okay, and we're going to request, like, 50, I guess. I like how the... it uses so little of it that it only requests, like, 3 at a time, naturally. And then I don't think we did bioscience either. This is going to be a very small gain, what we just did. Actually, I feel like I should do a priod one. But yeah, I'm just kind of hoping this clears the network. Because it kind of gets annoying to look in the bot network when it has everything in their mother. Or everything in their dog, one of the two. I don't remember which one's the expression. Probably not in their mother. that doesn't sound right. Okay, so I feel like if we look at our substrates, it's probably already dipping. So that has consumed 120. How much have we produced on novice? 50. So theoretically, we can consume twice as much as we're able to produce. However, that is based on, that isn't our steady state consumption. That is our, we ran out and are draining the silo production. Don't know if that really makes a difference, but it might. Let's see, where do we have access to iron? We have plenty of iron over here. We technically have glass over here too, so I think we can make more substrates here. And then we have a decent pattern, I think, for how to do... Well, I say we have a decent pattern. We really don't. Okay. Five, and then gap in the middle. Input, and then we can put a beacon in between it. There we go. There's a pattern we can do that makes it that we can fit a beacon to power 4. It works out pretty decently. And then we just use entirely blue belt these days because why not? Sometimes I use blue undergrounds just because they're pretty. They don't necessarily benefit me, but I do like them. And then we should take a splitter and send them up and send half of them down. Because I don't really think we're going to be belt limited by any within reason. We're not going to be very belt limited. We can make this, we can give this prod 3s. It's going to take a long time for it to get prod 3s. Never mind. See, I'm trying to like scroll the speed too. Oh yeah, it hasn't really been a problem in a while, but whenever I scroll, you can kind of see it. I zoom in slightly as I do it, and that's because the button, the hotkey for changing the module mode for the module inserter mod, I have that button the same as zoom, so I can't actually zoom in without also doing that, which is really fun. And it's a fun problem to have, admittedly. And we're gonna make spaghetti here, which I feel like there are better ways to balance it, but you know what? That worked pretty great. Also, spaghetti is fun, and we don't get a chance to do... In space, we don't get to do as fun of spaghetti because you only have one belt at the moment. We are not even close to space belt, so we can't do any belt weaving. We can't do really long stretches because the space belt is like one tile longer than a yellow belt or something. It's pretty rough. It's pretty bad. And then we can connect this there. Okay, so if we can get glass over here, we'll be very happy. Which technically we do have glass. Don't know where the easiest place to branch down would be. Probably here. Yeah, that seems great. Okay, so that should get us more substrate. I don't know if we're saturating the belt, so we're just gonna do this. We're gonna copy this section 2 more times. It's probably overkill because I don't see a ton of iron, but you know it should be okay. And I actually am gonna redesign this. So that way we can use both sides of the belt. So we need, let's see, side load this and side load here. I think that works. Yeah, that lets us use both sides of the belt now for both glass and iron. Although I feel like we're going to quickly run into a problem where we don't actually have the throughput to support that, because I don't know where this glass comes from. It could be directly loaded from a rocket. It is split multiple ways. Let's see. Oh, it's unloaded with stack inserters, but is not unloaded with enough of them. Or maybe it is. I don't know. It doesn't look like it's saturating the belt, but I'm not sure why. Okay, I think that works. And then let's remove the filter here and let's do... Actually, no, that was fine how it was. Okay. So that should help with the substrate production. Not sure for how long, because we're going to start running out of glass. Because, boy, they were not kidding when I was warned that I would need a lot of glass for space science. I knew they were telling the truth, but did not realize how much they meant it. Okay, so we need to get it over here. Where is it? Ooh. Oh, wow, we guessed the perfect height for that. That was fun. Okay, and these aren't getting iridium, and that's fine because... Well, I don't know why. It should be fine. I don't know why we're not getting iridium, though. If I had to guess, our iridium planet just doesn't produce enough to supply to different spots. It isn't backed up anymore, though. I mean, it is a little bit backed up, but... I remember we increased the production pretty significantly the other day because we realized what one of the bottlenecks was. Looks like there's still some, though, with, I'm assuming crushed output speed. Let's see. How do we supplement that? I would never design it like this way again, by the way. This was a rough design. I think there's really no reason for you to filter the outputs like this so many times. Just having filtered splitters, I think, is a better design. Let's see. We need crushed iridite. Can crushed iridite be on both sides of the belt? Okay, so we do have an option of just side loading it, something like that. We could also, I think if we move water farther down, it works better, right? Because I think water should be able to reach down here. Yeah, so if we just move water, that gives us a lot more space to work with. Because yeah, we're just not crushing enough. We just need more crushing assemblers, whatever they're called. And then that one we can keep there, because that's a good spot to split the belt. Okay, so that looks good. We need more of these. Oh wait, is it? I don't know if it's a throughput limit. It could just be an assembling machine limit. What do we have on this planet? That's the real question we need to ask ourselves. Modules. Oh, we have speed 2s on this planet. Okay. Well, and we have speed 3s. Well, that means we can afford to speed module those. See, that goes from speed 2 to speed 3. That's a downgrade planner. That's the opposite direction. That's also the wrong one. There we go. Oh, wait, that was a downgrade. Well, it's too late now. There we go. Upgrade. Upgrade again. Okay. Well, that the whole reason I did that is so that way it didn't lose production for even a short moment, but then it completely backfired because I pressed the wrong thing. Okay, so these are input limited. Let's see. This crushes and then it outputs regular iridite. So if I take directly from this input, that should also help a lot with speed. Yeah, that should be fine. Don't know why this is powered so weirdly. That goes that way, this goes that way. And then let's get a substation. Substation. There we go. Okay. So that should help because I think they're actually input speed limited to some degree. So I think we could have this one take more from the recycle too. Because it recycles half. It recycles about half of what it gets in. So if we can lessen the load. I shouldn't have done it with this one though. I should have done it with the one where I didn't have to delete an inserter for it. So yeah, if we can lessen the load on the recycle belt, I think that helps. We'll do 2 of them, so that way we can get practically all of it. Okay, so I feel like theoretically this shouldn't be a whole belt. Yeah, theoretically this is fine. In practice, it's probably not, but that says the belt isn't saturated, so we shouldn't need a side load, but I think we will. So we're just going to do 1 extra crusher here, which is a little bit trickier than I was expecting. Let's see, rotate that. We'll send this back. Don't know if the side matters. No, it doesn't. Okay. Side doesn't matter. That's good. And then we need the crushed stuff and sand. So we can filter the sand out to the right. And then we can filter the crushed stuff out to the left. I guess that'll work. There isn't really a way to get more than 1 out of here, which is a little bit unfortunate. I don't know. There might be a way if I go through here. Oh wait. Ooh. We do have more crushers. Okay. Oh, that's how we're getting as much as we are. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. I thought we had a second set of crushers. For some reason, I could not see it for the life of me, though. But yeah, since we have that there, it's actually, we can just output the sand this way. How did I get that the wrong way both times? You think I would have noticed after the first one. Then again, you also think I wouldn't have this kind of design this late in the run, but you know, we can be wrong. I think I see a vision. I have a vision. It's not a good vision, but I have a vision. And then I feel like if we do something like this, if we chain them, that could work. Let's see, what other options do we have? Oh, wait. We can go up through here. Perfect. Okay, so that gets us that. Blinking's okay. We got sand, so now the one thing we're missing is a brain? I don't know. I feel like we're missing a lot of things. So maybe I should lower my stands for how much we're missing. Okay, how can we make this work? I guess it doesn't. It kind of does need to be side balanced. I was gonna say it doesn't need to be, but that's just wrong. I think it 100% needs to be side balanced. With the way we have it designed, at least. Ordinarily it wouldn't, but yeah, we don't have a ton of flexibility. Okay, so now we have an inserter. We don't have an input here. I don't know if this matters, but I'm going to take from that too. Okay, that's way more inserters than I realistically need, which means we're winning. That's good, right? If you place a lot of inserters, it means you have a lot of production. That is 100% how it works. Okay, so these are actually just limited by speed. And I can't imagine power is an issue anywhere on this planet, so yeah, I think this is the one that has nuclear, right? Somewhere. Yeah, we built it over there. We're only using up half the nuclear plant. Although, it's going to give us a very wrong production number, I think, because it thinks we have a lot more. A lot more turbines than we actually do. But it's there in case we need it. Okay, so we're not dealing with stone here. That's bad. How am I getting stone? Oh, I remember. I actually mined a stone patch, and apparently I mined like 8,000 ore from it. This was a long time ago, but yeah, I definitely messed that up. I think we need a pulverizer to turn this into sand. And then we can turn that into glass. Pretty sure that's the production chain. It's been a while since we've actually produced glass like that. It's almost pretty much almost all of our glass comes from recycling from like other processing chains. So it's hard to say what we're actually consuming. Okay, it looks like as long as we just do a yellow belt or a red belt all the way, that should increase the unloading speed. And apparently there is a Pyroflux glass recipe. I thought it seemed silly at first, but now that I'm so glass limited, I'm starting to understand it. Not that much, because I feel like I haven't really needed to increase glass smelting a ton, but we'll see once astro science takes off, because it's already a bit rough. I could add modules to these. I think that would be worth it. I wonder if it would be worth it to module these. Because theoretically, speed prod modules are definitely better, especially when the belt's not backing up, right? The only reason not to use them is if I desperately need speed. So let's do... Which I guess I did desperately need speed. What kind of modules do I have here? I have plenty of prod 2s. Okay, so let's do that lane entirely with prods. And then what other... That is the wrong menu. We have a decent amount of speeds as well. Okay, you know what? Let's upgrade. Let's upgrade some of these. And then we can also insert speed 3s into these. And then I think that's about all we can do. But yeah, originally I never really cared about getting more out of this furnace because it really did not matter for the longest time. But it seems like it might actually be a concern now. Let's see, how's this mining? Oh wait, this is also an option. Geez, why did these have speed modules? Oh, I think this is an old design that I copied. Well, this will help too. A very, very solid amount. And they also don't all have modules. Pipe is in the way? What do you mean pipe is in the way? I thought I pasted on exactly the right spot. I mean, obviously not, but I thought I did. Okay, yeah, we definitely were a lot more hurting for production for a while. Or for energy for a while. I think that was when we used to power this base completely in a completely self-sufficient way. And then it turns out it wasn't actually self-sufficient because that means I would have had enough power, and I didn't. So we're starting to import nuclear now. And if we import nuclear, things get a lot better. Also, I'm just realizing, the way that I have my setup, I only request nuclear. I only request nuclear fuel if I have power to request nuclear fuel, which is very problematic. Huh. I should give this... I should figure out some way to give this its own network. I mean, I think you have to get into a brownout loop for that to happen. And it is one I can fix by manually removing. By, like, manually setting greater than... I don't know, combinator. Something to just output a signal when true. But yeah, the way I have my nuclear fuel set up, it only summons fuel if it needs fuel. And yeah, that can cause brownout loops. But we have, I think, enough leeway that it's fine. We also have the entire reactor plant, right? So what did we delete? Oh, this is This isn't the regulated reactor. I don't think. Oh. Okay, so we don't actually want to consume all of it if we, because that would be bad. So that's 96. So this is a 300 megawatt reactor, I think. No. 600 megawatt reactor with these four, right? No. This is 80, 80, 120, 120. I wasn't sure if we were turbine or steam engine limited. 80, 80, 120, 120. What is that? 400 megawatt reactor. We're kind of pushing it. I might expand it by one. Or two. If I can do these edges, I feel like I have a better edge bonus. I don't know if that's necessarily important, but it is true. You know what? Nuclear fuel's not that expensive. And I do want to expand this planet at some point. Let's just accept it. Originally, we changed the size because we were a lot more limited by stuff. What is this pattern? Yeah, we were limited by bots and by landfill and everything. So I think we had a blueprint that I had labeled reactor, which I immediately took out of the network, which I don't know where I put it. It's my only backup. I think it's this one. We're going to put it back in there. We're going to remove the snap to grid because that's silly. We don't have a grid here. Okay. I think I see the problem, but I don't really know how to fix it. I think we have to do something weird. So we go out of the range. We copy this. Now we undo it. The whole reason I just did that was to convert it to the modded blueprint, because I have a mod that will try to place like these weird water blueprints over, which do slightly break the game a little bit. They're not great, but should definitely set that up. This is a neat reactor, actually. I like this design I made. There's definitely better designs, but I'm pretty happy with this one. The controlled reactor was very much not me, but this one I made when I just needed a power plant early. I feel like I have two 2x4 reactors in my main base, which is obviously a little bit suboptimal. I think it's better to have one like 2x8 or something, but like the more long you make it, the less fuel is wasted on like the edges. But honestly, it's not a ton. Actually, it's a decent amount for this size. It is wasting like 10% of your potential power, but power should be good there. And then we could also deprioritize this. I don't know exactly how. I could just cut it off. Actually, you know what? I think I have an idea. I don't know if it will work, but I do have an idea at least. I also don't think it's worth it, but we can try. So the idea is to read these steam tanks that I have, and that will tell me if I'm low on power, I think. We do need another, I think we need another pull though. Yeah, if I read from this, I think we're good. That only really works if we have more turbines than we can afford to run. So hopefully, hopefully it works like I think. It might not. Also, I think this tank probably would have been easier to reach. I guess either way, I would have needed to wait for a ghost, so it doesn't matter a ton. Wait, that can't reach? Well, now I have to wait for two ghosts. Now the other one would have been faster. Actually, it probably would still be faster to just go around. Okay. So now we just enable this belt if steam starts to drop. I don't know if that will really work, but I think it might. Enable if steam, which the fact that you can just have steam in a tank is still really funny to me. Sure, if the tank drops to half full, it re-enables this power plant, which is a decent chunk. It's like 100, it's like 160 megawatts. I think it would make the difference. Now we can also enable and disable the inserters because this might actually have a bit too much latency. Actually, no, I don't think power plummets are going to be that fast. It should be able to handle a latency of like 30 seconds or a minute, whatever it is. Especially since it is just a backup plan. Okay, so now we can only really expand this with blue belt. We have blue belt. Hold up. Express. That's the wrong menu. Okay, well then. Let's just do the really easy fix then. I don't know if we have that much underground. I think that used all of our underground. But I was right. It is an easy fix. And then, so that's the inputs. It also uses a lot of these, but these get recycled as they go. So I think this shouldn't have a throughput problem. There's also a lot of undergrounds we can recover here, I'm realizing. Oops. In Hera, I feel like I rotated something. I don't know. I rotated something while I was opening the map, which isn't good. Okay. Ah, that's what I pressed. Okay. I opened the star map. I was wondering where it all went wrong. Okay. So, yeah, this is... Actually, this is like a third of my undergrounds. I really shouldn't waste them on... Honestly, those could be yellow. There's not a ton of reason to use yellow. Okay, and then I also... Oh my gosh. What button is that sharing? I feel like I'm pressing that for a reason. Oh, it's next to upgrade. That's why. I cannot for the life of me figure out what was causing me to keep making that same mistake. Okay, that should be good. And then I want to upgrade the outputs a little bit too. Although we are running out of undergrounds. Okay, I think that's good. I think we have just enough undergrounds for that, right? Yeah, we actually have like 10 to spare. Cool. So yeah, this random useless stretch that we upgraded probably would have made it not work that well. Okay, so the only way that would benefit us is if we actually take this and expand it like we went to, though. I don't know how this tessellates. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 12? Wait, how many are there? There's 16, so if we add 8, that's a 50% improvement, right? That's how it works. I think that's how it works. And then we can delete this and we actually can shift this one over like it's supposed to. Okay. Hopefully the recycle belts work. I feel like we have some issues here with stuff being backed up on the belts, but I don't know if it's really a throughput problem or not. It looks fine. If we just sideload this, we shift this over a little bit, we should be good. Okay, I don't think we'll have any more problems. We rotated that again. Let's give these speed 3s because we still have some. We can give these prod 2s. And then we should also copy it and make another one on the other side. Which unfortunately is not that easy to do if we want them in radar reach. I think we need to flip them. Yeah, there we go. Oh, sorry, not radar. Centrifuge reach. Close enough. Kind of. Not really. They're very different words. But usually when I say reach, it's almost always referring to radar. So just have it. Okay, I don't think this enrichment part is high throughput. I don't think any of this is high throughput ever, actually. And then modules, we have some more prod 3s, so it might be worth using them. So that's going to use up about 32 of them. And then if we could speed up the last chain with prod 2s, that helps a lot as well. Okay, I think that's a decent improvement to this base. We added a lot of speed modules in a lot of places, so things should run a little bit better. We upgraded some belts, so we should be getting about 50% more. Unless, of course, we didn't build it correctly. Because there's still some things upgraded with the yellow belt, blue belts, but that's fine. But yeah, as long as the blue belt goes past 8, we do have the throughput to make this work. So yeah, that's 50% more iridium plus module boosts from 2. So I'd say about 75 to 100% more iridium, I think, with all the prod modules that we added and the throughput improvements. Yeah, that's solid. We should have Astro Science now. Have we made any Astro 3 though? That's the question. How did that get there? Oh, this produces... Oh, hold up. This produces broken data cards that I was not aware of. Scrap... Ah, there we go. Yep. Pretty easy fix. We just need to do this, we need to do this, and then we need to send it through. Except it's rotated the wrong way. And we send this one down and over. Okay, and it's a good thing we set up that all those requester chests, or just decided that they would be a good idea, because we need one here now. We could also just kind of hand feed them, I think. Oh wait, why isn't this connected to super fueled? Super chilled. Oh wait, what is this? Interesting. Very interesting. We never connected super cooled fluid to it. Okay. I see. I see the problem. Okay. Very easy fix. We actually got lucky there. We made a mistake, but it worked out in our favor. Because we connected the pipe wrong. Or we connected the wrong pipe. And the pipe that we connected was broken. So it made it that we didn't like back up the pipes. We would have had to void them, which isn't the worst thing, but it is just kind of a waste of resources. So we try to avoid that when we can. But I think that will be it for me today. We got Astro 3. We got a little bit more iridium. We got a little bit more substrate, which I'm assuming is actually running. I didn't really check. Substrate produces junk, which means we backed up the entire belt with junk, didn't we? Okay, well that's something we have to fix pretty much immediately. Okay, we're just gonna stare here. And then we need a requester chest. Not a requester chest. Filter inserter. Filtering out junk. Or blacklisted to substrates would be better. Substrate. I don't know which one it is. I think it's rough. Okay. One, we paste it. Okay, wherever substrates are, we definitely destroyed the belt. don't know which one we need, so we're just gonna do that. There we go. One of those will work. Okay, so that will start clearing it. And then where was that splitter that we forgot about? We'll do substrates to the right. And then it should be as simple as just sending it straight up and then it goes into recycling. Okay, so we kind of bricked substrates completely. So I don't know if we're producing those well. But we are producing them, and we should be producing more, because we definitely have some more glass to spare, and we have some more substrate. But I hope you all have a wonderful evening. I will be... I'm hoping we'll do a meme run tomorrow, but I might have to watch my niece and nephew again. Same for Tuesday, actually. I'm not entirely sure. So streaming will be a little bit inconsistent this week. But Tuesday, I think we're okay. It depends when they leave. Monday, pretty confident we won't be streaming tomorrow. So, but we at least, we're not in the middle of the meme run at least, so that's good. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Have a wonderful evening, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.